I'd say my living room is fairly decent, but my TV stand, Lowboard, is not working at all. That's what we're fixing today. I've already modeled some parts in Blender with clean edges and a wood-like finish. Everything will be made from MDF. I designed the outer parts to have a 45-degree angle. I like this look a lot. It's relatively simple, with cabinets on the outer sides, drawers, space for electronics in the center, more drawers, and cabinets with holes in the back to hide cables. I'll start by cutting down the MDF boards I ordered. These are 19 millimeters thick, and I've created a cut list from my Blender file. This makes it easy to know exactly how much to cut, how much material I need, and minimizes waste. Once the boards are cut, I'll use my router to create grooves in the top and bottom panels. These will hold small dividers that add stability to the shelving unit. The grooves I routed ended up slightly narrower than 19 millimeters, so I had to trim the panels a bit. I'm doing this with my homemade router table. It works okay, but it's not super precise. You'll see that later. Now, I'm routing a small section off the front of the dividers so they can slide in smoothly. I added a spacer block to ensure consistency. Here's why I routed that section off. It lets me push the divider forward without visible gaps from the front. Next, I'm cutting small pieces for the drawers, also from MDF. This makes the drawers heavier, but since I already had the material, it was the cheapest option. And the cheapest material is what you already have on hand. I routed grooves into these parts too, so I can glue them together easily and ensure they're square. Unfortunately, my router table isn't very precise. It's built into a workbench, which left small gaps in the drawer sides. It doesn't look perfect, but it's not a big deal. The drawers still fit in the cabinet. I'll repeat this for all 4 drawers. Now I need 45-degree angles on the outer parts of the unit. For this, I'm using my Makita track saw. I set the saw to 45 degrees. It wasn't perfect at first. But after adjusting, the cuts came out clean. I'll do the same for the top and bottom side panels. For the cabinet bases, I routed grooves to later insert the drawer slides. I also added slots for the side panels. Then it's time for a dry fit. I use tape to hold the pieces together and check the alignment. I accidentally installed the back panel upside down, but fixed it quickly. So far it's working well, and the drawers slide in smoothly. More on that later. Now I'm routing a groove into the bottom of the unit for an indirect LED strip. For the back of the unit, I cut two 45-degree angled strips to interlock. This is called a French cleat, and surely known by most of you by now. Next, I primed all the parts before assembly. This makes painting easier. After the primer dried, I sanded it down. Important, wait until it's fully dry. I didn't, which wasted sandpaper. Here's what happens if you sand too early. Your sandpaper clogs every 2 minutes. Not ideal, but manageable. I laid the veneer flat and arranged the doors on top to plan the grain alignment. I marked the top and bottom to avoid mistakes later on. I applied wood glue to the veneer. Too much glue can seep through and create shiny spots, but it's budget friendly, so I decided to use this method. Here's my failed attempt to pour glue directly, way too much, but I can use the rest for smaller parts.
Oh no.
I aligned the veneer carefully, added plastic film between layers, and clamped the panels together. Then I painted the parts in black. You'll find the link to the paint I used in the description. Also, you find all the products I used in this project in the video description. These are all affiliated links, so you can support me and don't have to spend any extra money. For the top, I just used the same method with wood glue and a simple paint roller. Also, I taped off painted areas to protect them. Then I applied veneer to the top, rolled it flat, and added weights, plywood, tire weights, dumbbells, just what I had lying around. I cut a small slot for the LED channel. Installed the LED strip into an aluminum channel with a diffuser. It's 2 meters long and color changing with single addressable LEDs. The link for the LEDs and the channel I used is in the description as well. Looks sleek! I thought of using the LED for an ambient setup later on. The fit for the LED channel was so perfect, I didn't even have to use glue. I just pressed the LED channel in and it stuck on its own. The next day I came back and the glue was dry enough so I could remove the clamps. Then I did a little cleanup and glued the veneer to the sides of the doors and drawers. But I forgot to record that. Here you can see the shiny spots of the glue on the top surface. I will sand these later so you won't be able to see them afterwards. Then I installed the drawer slides using my 3D model as a guide. After the top has dried, I removed the weights from the top. I trimmed the excess veneer with a straight edge and utility knife, easy thanks to its thinness. After that, I peeled off the tape to reveal the finish. The oak veneer looks amazing. I veneered the drawer and door edges similarly, no edge banding needed. After that, I oiled the wood to make the grain pop. Let that dry 30 minutes and then buffed it with a cotton cloth. Then I drilled cable holes in the back panel. First I drilled from one side, then from the other to prevent tear out. Finally, assembly time! I assembled the unit with wood glue. It was really stressful, but worked out in the end. Then I added clamps. Really important, use wood blocks to avoid dents. I had to cut a slight angle to the doors because they wouldn't reach around the cabinet when they were opened. Later, I installed the drawers. It worked fine, I guess. I had to add blocks to the doors to protect the 45-degree edges. I attached the drawer fronts with screws from inside. To the doors, I added IKEA push-to-open dampers. I adjusted the spacing of the doors and drawers later in the build. Then I built a center frame from scraps I had left over. I screwed those together, but I would use glue in the future, because the screws tend to split the wood even if you drill holes before that. I also installed hidden magnets so the panel keeps being closed. Then I added the French cleat to the unit. And with that, the build is finally finished. I already have a project for redoing this living room, so the new lowboard will fit even better in here. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, leave a like and subscribe for more projects in the future. Thanks for watching. Until next time.